Welcome back to the channel, Fish Keepers. So I am going to remove this jungle you see in front of you. My tank has been growing phenomenally with these new lights, and I think it's time to trim them. I do like the look, but honestly, I wish I could see my fish a little more. They like to hide in between the plants. And so enjoy me going through this torturous process of reaching inside this tank, cutting plants, and replanting them into their new locations. So a little bit of a rescape. But it's going to be a little bit of a time lapse. Let me know what you guys think. And again, this is probably about 25 to 30 different species of plants that I'm about to be cutting. And you'll see the size of each of these plants. And I'll do my best to kind of pause the video just temporarily so you can see the growth that's inside this tank. It's impressive. And again, I would love to hear all of your comments on what you think about this growth and what I should do with all these plants. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I've done so far. All of the plants that I want to remove are outside of the tank, and the ones I want to keep are inside the tank. So you will see that the sand is not as dirty as most people would expect when you start to remove all of these heavily rooted plants. The water is still relatively clean. I am going to do a water change here shortly, but I wanted to show you what the tank looks like. And again, keep in mind, this is a dirted tank, so that's very important for all of you to be aware of, because most people shy away from getting a dirted tank because they think that it's going to be messy and it's going to cloud the water and so on and so forth. But as you can see, the water's very clean. Fish are still happy, but just to make the tank even cleaner, after doing such a large removal of plants and replanting, I am going to do a water change. So stay tuned for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the tank after the pruning of plants and replanting plants and just essentially rescaping the whole entire tank. So as you can see, I know this is a dirted tank for those of you that follow the channel. It's not a mess. I know most people get terrified by that, but as you can see, the tank is absolutely crystal clear. Excuse some of the smudges on the glass. I have to still clean that. But as you can see, I'll show you a little bit better here. That's the gravel or the sand, in other words. And there's a discus hiding back there. There's not a lot of opening because of how planted this tank is, but I'm just trying to get some good footage of the bottom so you can see, there we go, how it looks like. So as you can see, there's not much dirt. And the dirt that does come up when you root the plant, some of it will stay at the top, but eventually it will go back down on the substrate. And the reason for this, or the reason why that happens, is because I have trumpet snails. And those trumpet snails, they dig into, or they burrow into the sand. And when they do that, they take in any particulates that are sitting right on top of the sand with them. And so over time, it'll end up looking just like it was when I first built out the tank, with just sand on the top and nothing else visible from the substrate. And that is the tank. So tell me what you guys think. Did you like it heavily planted like it was before, or do you like the way it looks now? You can see more of the fish, that's for sure. Oh, and for those of you watching, I have a little project going on in one of these breeder boxes. I'm not going to tell you what fish is being raised here, but if you can look at them and tell me what you think they are, you'll see if you're right in a future video. Anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until the next one.